Hello and welcome to Base Plate Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Lego Friends set 42691 Garden Restaurant, 1465 pieces, and this one goes for 130 US dollars, 130 euros, 120 British pounds and 180 Canadian dollars, which is what I picked it up in. So this follows in the line of some really great Lego Friends buildings, such as Andrea's Modern Mansion back in 2024, the Heart Lake City Community Centre, and also the Community Kitchen that you could place that on top of. I think it has more in common with those than the likes of the Downtown Flower and Design stores or the Heart Lake City apartments and stores. Those seem like they were really big sets, but more like facades. This looks like it's more in common with those ones that I mentioned before, which definitely are open backed, but had a fair bit of depth to them. I'm really looking forward to this one. Like I say, I think there's been some really great Lego Friends buildings, and yeah, looking at the box for this one, looks really great. Doesn't look a lot like a restaurant, looks more like a more generic Moroccan style building, even though it is in Heart Lake City. We've even got a picture of Heart Lake City just there on the box. Of course, this comes with the Minidolls, not minifigures, and we will have all of those shown on the outside of the box just here as well. And looks like we're getting plenty of cats too. I think at least two, maybe three. If that's a cat, I think it might be a puppy. But yeah, looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a good build experience. But let's get it open, see how many bags we're working with and how many stickers, stuff like that we've got. I honestly believe that some of these Friends sets are a higher level than an awful lot of buildings that we get. I think that, of course, there are Friends sets where the colour palettes are a bit out there. But in general, I'd say they're above the Creator 3-in-1 stuff, certainly above nearly every Lego City building. Of course, they're not up at the levels of modulars. They're not priced like that for the most part. $130, 1,465 pieces seems pretty reasonable. Of course, some people just will not look at Friends because of the Minidolls, but they're basically the same height as the minifigures, and everything ends up being compatible in terms of the heights. You can even swap over the hair and accessories, etc. But yeah, let's get this open and see what we're working with. It feels like it's pretty weighty. So obviously I'm expecting some plates for the base of it, and yeah, other than that there are going to be a lot of small pieces. I can see that. That's how it gets up to 1465 pieces, but I'm hopeful that it's going to be pretty good. Well, that's a bit of a surprise for me because I know we've been going on about Lego bags becoming paper for a long time, but this is actually pretty much the first time in North America, at least, I've had paper bags instead of the plastic ones. Looks like we've got 9 bags here. We've also got 3 of these plates that came separately. We've got a nice chunky booklet here. Don't know if there's any kind of illustration in start. No, it looks like we get straight into the build. It's not treated like premium kind of adult set or anything like that. And actually the sticker sheet is pretty minimal. So just here, looks like we've got just the 7 stickers on there. One of them's really rather large and not great. Tend to find that will go on the inside of a panel, I'm sure, in the set. And also the way the box opened was a bit different. So if I take the lid off here, yeah, taking the lid off rather than opening it makes it a lot easier to keep the box if I do want to do that. But yeah, like I say, bit of a different experience in terms of opening it. But let's get to building these 9 bags worth of building. After just about 2 hours of build time, this is what we end up with for the garden restaurant. Now I've moved the Minidolls out of the way just so we can take a look at this without them, but we'll take a look at those in a minute. Yeah, the garden restaurant, this is fantastic. Obviously a lot of Moroccan influence here. We've got those Arabic design elements on lots of the tiles. Of course, can't represent actually animals or people, stuff like that. So you're going for all these beautiful patterns instead. They're even on the light fixtures just there. Those tiles are in the little pool that we've got just down here. We've got some sun loungers. In terms of the build experience, it was fantastic. The final couple of bags actually weren't doing too much of the building. That was pretty much done. You were doing these kind of vegetation elements plus the tiles on the roof just there. They're just using all those 1x slopes. Really clever. Of course, we've got that lemon tree just there as well. Fantastic. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's so good. The little lounger or sofa that we've got at the side here with some coffee, I presume, or tea, and we've got loungers at the side of the pool just here. These vegetation elements really unique and look great. I think that the colour choices, the pinks with the golds, look great. And you would go, if you were going to say you're going to put a load of green with pink, you wouldn't think that would work. It just does. I think that the colour choices are so good. In terms of the spaces that we've got, obviously what your eye is drawn to straight away is that pool area. But then we've got a little entryway for the restaurant. We've got a little kiosk to check people in and take payment. Then we've got a kind of warm, cosy lounge area down at the bottom here with a fireplace, with a bookcase, and that's where the really large sticker for this comes in. Even got a little ball of wool for the various cats that we've got around the place there. Looks like we've got some type of armchair which is sitting on the ground. Might be for the cats, might be a cat bed, but it might be for actually sitting on the ground yourself. And then a nice big armchair just there. If we go up to the next level, we've actually got a little bathroom with a bidet style of toilet just there. Now that is a sticker just up here, inside there, but perfectly nice. And then you've got almost like a buffet area for picking up whichever food you wish. Got a little entryway and the door opens up onto a little terrace area for sitting and having your meal, with a nice parasol above it as well. You'll see there's so many details everywhere. Again, another light fixture just here with those same printed elements on the clear transparent parts. Then at the top we've got another eating area, and that's got this little covered bit just here. Lots of vegetation around. Just imagine if this was a restaurant that you went to yourself. Really great, pleasant surroundings. I think that, yeah, there's so much detail in here, and basically all of it's spot on. There's so much space to place mini dolls or minifigures if you don't want to use the mini dolls. Yeah, some really good design choices throughout here. Onto our mini dolls then, and of our 5 mini dolls, 4 of them are from our main cast, starting off with Aaliyah, who might be the best of all of these. Got a really nice accessory in her hair with the glasses and just a really nice print overall. Onto Autumn then, and a nice unique lilac outfit that she's wearing. Some really nice detailing on the face with all of the freckles, and just overall really good mini doll. Onto the first of our boys here then, and we've got Zach. This might be my least favourite one. It's a really cool hairpiece, but I'm not sure it goes great with him. I do like the unique kind of BMX print that's on his t-shirt though. We do get Ollie in quite a lot of sets, but I think this is a really good one. Some very nice detailing on the waistcoat that he's wearing here. Some really fine details all around. Yeah, this is a good example of his mini doll. Onto the unique mini doll for this set then, and this is Zara, and she's great representation of a Moroccan restaurateur. She has great detailing, really nice hairpiece, fantastic facial features, and the dress is spectacular. Really great detailing all the way from top to bottom. This is a top tier mini doll. We also get the 2 cats in Poppy and Perry, and we also get the kitten Nugget. I did see one review which was jokingly saying, why aren't there any dogs? But if you know anything about Arabic culture, you'll understand why there's cats represented and not dogs. They don't tend to be kept as pets at all, really. Overall thoughts then on the LEGO Friends Garden Restaurant. Well, I have to say, of the sets that have come out in 2026 so far, I think that it's between this and the Speed Champions DeLorean for what is the best set released in January 2026. I think that this is absolutely phenomenal. $130 US, 130 euros, so it should be good. But I think that in terms of bang for your buck, in terms of what would look great on display in a Lego city, you'd be getting a lot more value out of this than if you picked up the Lego modular. Now I understand it isn't a modular building, it is open at the side, it is open at the back, but I think it's pretty forgivable. Yeah, that's because this is a playset. In terms of the stickers, they're kept to a minimum. We've really just got the one large one, which makes up the bookshelf in the side just there. Other than that, the most major one is the one which makes up the restaurant sign on the front here. And I think you can see that that's been executed pretty brilliantly. The Minidolls, really good selection. There's just the 5 of them here. I say just the 5, I mean that's plenty enough, but they've got great hair pieces, nice accessories. I think it's, yeah, really good balance. And of course you do get those 3 cats or 2 cats and a kitten as well. I don't know why I'd expect anything different from the guy who was the co-designer on Lego Rivendell. The guy who's designed basically all of the great Lego Friends buildings of the past few years, including Andrea's Modern Mansion, including the community centre, the community kitchen, the beekeeper's house and cottage. But I think that this might have outdone those. It is just so good. Yeah, Wes Talbot's been on a real roll. Obviously all of the Moroccan influences with those patterns that are all prints, not stickers. The light fixtures. Yeah, this is top tier stuff. There's lots of space everywhere for the Minidolls. You can easily switch this around so it's mini figures there instead. I think all of the foliage has been done great, and some really good design decisions to keep the costs down. Those 1x slopes that form the roof tiles are a really cheap element, and you know, they're just so much more interesting than what they could have chosen to do. It's just such a good set. I could not recommend this highly enough. I think that some people just ignore the Lego Friends theme. They really shouldn't. Some of the best buildings that we get are in this theme, and this is right up there with them. Obviously some new colours with the warm pink. I think if you can get some more of that, should be pretty easy to enclose this if that was really important to you. I'm not sure it is crucial. Certainly depends on your placement. If you're putting it into a city, bit of modification and it would sit into a modular style city really easily. Yeah, this is a triumph. I think this is going to go down. It's definitely one of my top few sets of the year. I'd struggle to see what's going to knock it out of the top 10 or even top 5. Yeah, the Garden Restaurant, absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully you've enjoyed the review. Obviously it's been pretty uncritical, this one. There's not a lot to dislike about this one. You know, even the Tajines, you know, new element there. That's really cool. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the review. If you have, please do leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribed already. Check out some of the past reviews I've done, including some of the other Lego Friends buildings over the past couple of years. But yeah, with that, I'll leave you and say as ever, be good.